Hi, this is Jenna.
And I'm Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked. We are reviewing Paris Hilton, the memoir. I can't say memoir. I'll never
Memoir.
Memoir.
Memoir. Chapter 2.
Chapter 2. And so to recap, we did chapter 1. We did chapter 1.
And the prologue.
And the prologue.
And the intro.
And this is, like, this book has a lot of little stories that just kind of tells you who she is. And that was what was happening before. She was really explaining her ADHD and, like, just, like, major things in her life and, like, her personality-wise. This time now she's starting, like, in chronological order.
Yeah.
More so. So she's like, okay, I was born February 17, 1981. She's Aquarius sun, Leo moon, Sagittarius rising, which to me tells a lot about her, that she's, like, very flowy and, you know what I mean? Like, hippie, like, fun, right? Because if I was to do a memoir, an autobiography, I would be like, yeah, I'm a Libra. That's all. You know?
Oh, you don't know the others.
I don't. Well, I mean, I have it, like, in my phone, like, on my app thing. But yeah, like, I wouldn't feel the need to, like, say all of that. But it goes into her story, and it really rounds her out of who she is. And she even says, like, oh, it makes sense, like, for who I am.
So, like, the sun and the moon, those people usually know pretty easily. Like, I'm a Taurus sun and I'm a Taurus moon. So I'm a double Taurus. But, like, my rising, I don't know, because you have to know the time you were born and all these other
I have all that.
No, I know, but it's like there's more going into it. Like, she took the extra step.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to look up mine now.
Yeah, so I'm a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon, and I do not know what my rising is, so I could not tell you. I don't even know what time I was born. I would have to look at my birth certificate.
Really? I know what time I was born at.
I think I was born in the morning sometime.
I was born in the afternoon at 12:04 p.m.
Perfect. Yeah. But I think it also goes, your rising also goes with, like...
Well, because the where the sun and everything is.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a big, wide, so even if you have the hour, because it's like an 18-hour difference from if it's rising to going down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have the hour, as long as, you know, like, it's not in that hour that it's rising, like, I looked at it and it wouldn't matter for me until I was born, unless I was born until, like, after 3 p.m. or something like that. It wasn't, It's not like, so this says, chart. Okay, so I'm Libra sun, Taurus moon, rising Sagittarius. See, I knew I was Sagittarius rising.
So you are a Taurus.
I'm a moon Taurus, yeah.
I love that.
So I do know what I have. Like, I'm easily able to get it on the app.
What app is that?
It's CoStar, but I found...
Wait, it's what?
It's called CoStar.
I'm writing that down.
But there's a better one that's called...
Is it free?
The Pattern. The Pattern is a better one.
Do you have to pay?
There is a pay portion if you want. I don't. But you can get some pretty, like, you know, cool information. Like, my thing today is you're the only person living inside your head. And then it'll go through and it'll tell you, like, all sorts of things. And it tells you everybody else's too. So if you're friends with me, like, remember Jackie? So her her sun is obvious, or blah, blah. Sun is Libra, because that's her horoscope. Mm-hmm. And then she's a Scorpio moon and Leo rising. And so it tells you everything.
How do you know theirs?
Because they're my friend.
Oh, they have the app.
They have the app, so they're my friends.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then
I'll get the app.
Yeah, and then but then the pattern shows so much more, and it goes more detailed. So like my pattern impacting me now, healing information, opening up, everything is like all this like stuff, my personality traits. My moon in Taurus is confident and grounded. Venus in Scorpio, strong-willed and power. Like all these are my things. Pluto to Mars and Aquarius, expecting someone unique. I don't fucking know. But you can click in and they'll say your life works better, da 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 da, blah blah blah. And then if you try to, and it'll tell you all this stuff.
Cool. I like that.
So, yeah. So that one is called The Pattern. and it's more extensive, where CoStar is just like a quick like thing.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
it's like
get
a
them
quick
both.
horoscope.
I love that.
Yeah.
I resonate with all of that because I listen to my tarot card reading every single day. I have
That is so fucking stupid, Heather, because it's a YouTube person.
No, but it's it's whatever card you get. And each card means something.
Oh, you don't do it on YouTube. You do it in yourself.
No.
You have your own tarot cards.
No, I don't do my own tarot cards. I don't know how to read tarot.
Okay, I do. I do that.
So, I know we've done it together.
Yeah.
But no, I have two ladies. There's one guy too, but I watch him. He only posts like Taurus like once a month. So I'm like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
But these two ladies every single
for
day.
Your Taurus or
only for Taurus.
Okay.
I just do it for Taurus.
Oh.
And they always
so
say,
it's not your personal. It's like.
I mean, it's a collective.
Yeah, for that. Okay,
it's
I get it.
just for anyone who is Taurus is very generalized.
Oh, I wish they would do it by the date. And
it's just very collective, like, you know, if you're a Taurus, this, and they always say take what resonates, like it could go, could not go for you. But they talk about love, they talk about money, they talk about the future, they talk about the past, they talk about everything. It's whatever card you get represents something.
That is so cool. They should do it for like days. They should do 365 readings.
No, they do it every day. Every day they have a new reading.
No, but I mean for everybody born on October 1st.
Yeah.
Everybody born on October 2nd. Everybody born like every fucking day. And I'm all, that would be like way too much.
That would be very
That would be
hard.
365 times a shit ton.
And they they do every sign every day.
So that's 12. So that's enough.
That's already enough.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And you have to think, too, everyone is doing it from home.
Your phone is about to die.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, my phone's not going to die. It's at 20%.
Oh, okay.
And
when mine is red, it's at 5%. Mine goes yellow and then red. Yellow is 15 and then 5 is, yeah.
It's at
Libra, no one, we're talking to us. You're a Libra too? Rab, welcome to live chat.
Who you talking to?
Yeah, no one's, yeah.
Who are you talking to? We're talking to each other.
Yeah, and you're
we're
just
talking
watching.
to you. And
We're
you're a Libra.
Me too. Is it your birthday? When's your birthday?
October something, probably.
Or late September. Anyways, okay, back to the book. So,
Use a couple.
That's so weird. No, but thank you.
Wait, what?
I'm
listening, girl.
Hi.
Hi. Well, thank you for listening. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, we have some
Yay.
people in the building.
All right.
So, for the newcomers, if you didn't know, we are reviewing Paris Hilton's book. Hey, fam. 3 to 6.
Is that he was working 3 to 6?
Oh, I'm
3 a.m.
sorry.
to 6 p.m. That's like what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Or from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I might work. Well, I'm going to try to work only until 5. But we are reviewing Paris Hilton's book, and we're
doing
chapter
2. So, moving forward, we got sidetracked on the whole, we got totally sidetracked on horoscopes and Libra rising and whatever.
Taurus,
all that. Yeah. But now we're, okay, moving forward. So her dad, obviously they have like a shit ton of money. So her dad had all the latest tech stuff and recorded everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like the big bulky thing. So this is like 1981, like late 80s. And he's like just recording everything that's going on. And so she has like proof that she was a sweet kid.
Yeah.
Everyone said she was a sweet little kid, and there's proof that she was. And her dad always called her Star because he liked being in the
was like a movie star.
Yeah, like a movie star because she liked to always be in the camera. Yeah. And then what's funny is that her mom has only released like a sliver of the tape. So they do want to stay private. Where if it's Kim Kardashian's mom, she would have fucking already made a whole home movie, like Netflix series. Yeah, like she would have capitalized, monetized on that shit. And they do have, like it says later that her mom is very like modest. So, and what I thought was interesting is that her sister, Nikki, is actually Nikolai Olivia. So, like, her real name is Nikolai.
They're
I
Italian.
never knew that. Yeah.
They have Italian. And
Yeah, I think
Nikolai
that's really cute. Like, I didn't know that. I thought Nikolai was a boy name, though.
Nicholas
No,
is boy. Nicholas.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Nikolai would be the girl version of Nicholas.
I swear that I've heard a boy named Nikolai. Yes, I have. I know that I have. But he was from, like, Ukraine or somewhere else. It wasn't Italy. It was, like, Ukraine or something. Or Russia. It was Russia. Russia has Nikolais.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Russia. Yeah, he was Russian.
Russian. Her mom is half Irish, half Italian. So I think that's where they get like the Nickies from.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Nickies in Italian.
Yeah, so her mom would always dress them up like in twin clothing and all that. They were only like 2 years apart, and Paris was like just enamored with her little sister. And Nikki was always the one that tried to like be the calm, grounded one, the one that like was like, don't break the rules. This is bad. And then she became a fucking tattletale in junior high. So, you know, and that's kind of when Paris got irritated with her, I'm sure. And Paris said that she's like, she was probably a handful, but she was never like mean spirited. Like she didn't have that meanness in her. She was trying never to be mean or lie or anything. But you know, you're a teenager trying to sneak out and have fun. You're going to have to lie a few times.
Yeah. And Paris would get in trouble for like silly things too. Like hiding a ferret underneath her bed or other little animals. It wasn't like she was trying to necessarily go out and party and drink. It was very innocent things that she would do.
She had said that she didn't really drink until she was, you know, like 20 or something.
Yeah.
Like
so
much
she
later.
was very innocent, but it was still things that she wasn't permitted to do regardless.
Yeah.
She was still a rule breaker, and Nikki was always more like straight edge. Like you said, tattletale.
And they all went to like private school, obviously, and they actually took etiquette classes to obey, sit still, be quiet, be a good girl. And Paris, with her ADHD, could not do any of that. Like I have ADD, and I'm like, like I can't even sit still for this.
So Paris, and talking about Paris having ADD, she did describe it as her ADD as her brain skipped and flickered with the chemical imbalance, and sitting still for her, like as in timeout or any kind of sitting still, was complete torture.
Yeah.
And she could not do it. But I thought that was kind of funny how she said her brain skipped and flickered.
Yeah. What? Why are you looking at me? I'm all, yeah, that's cute. And you're all like,
because you have told me your brain skips.
Oh, it does. I call it glitching.
Glitching.
It glitches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
That's why I wrote it down. I'm like, she skips and flickers, you glitch. ADHD.
Oh, fuck. Do you think that's what it is? Because whenever I'm not on my ADD medicine, if I've been off it for more than like 4 days, remember I was like, I'm off my medicine, I'm starting to glitch. Oh, fuck. Does anybody...
We are Conspiracies Unlocked.
And we have a
podcast.
And you can find us on all platforms.
Do you listen to the Beatles? Yeah, I like the Beatles. What do you do? We do conspiracy podcasts, and we talk about books. We did George Orwell 1984. We did Britney Spears, and we're doing Paris.
We're doing Paris because she does get really interesting because she goes to a boarding school where they like totally torture her and other kids, and that's why she's being an activist now for that. So there's a whole conspiracy behind certain boarding schools.
Yeah, there's conspiracies in this book about Paris Hilton.
Yeah. So that's why we're doing that.
We have done asylum horror
definitely, and murders and Leo Frank, that we did that last year.
Is that P Diddy? We did a little bit on P Diddy.
If you look at our Facebook, she and Instagram and like TikTok, she does a lot on P Diddy and all that on like just reels and stuff. But we mainly just like have like more. There's not enough information for a full episode of P Diddy yet. Yeah.
So where can you see it? So you are watching us on YouTube right now, and if you subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the notification bells, you'll see when we post.
Yeah.
We usually post once a week, and the conspiracies vary. We have 125 episodes.
Just ranging from everything from scary, spooky to government conspiracies to silly like TV show conspiracies. We just kind of do everything. Today we talked about Operation Popeye, which was in the Vietnam War with weather modifications, with everything that's going on with the hurricanes and everything is the government trying to like control the weather.
We talk about direct energy weapons. We talk about HAARP. We talk about aliens.
Yeah, alien, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster.
Everything. Silly ones and very serious ones.
Yeah. So, the serious ones would be like the adrenochrome. They're sacrificing children and like crazy stuff. So we just kind of
Bohemian Grove. A lot of ones you've probably already heard, but our take on it and our spin on it. So
and then like Titanic, did they really sink? Like I don't know. There's 125 episodes, so I'm just like trying to like think. So that's what we talk about and do. So
yeah, and then another one that we talked about. Oh, have you
topic?
Spoken about in topics of India?
No. Is there something good over there we should talk about? Let us know.
Oh, we did want to talk about India though.
Why?
Because that's where they were doing a lot of mining and they were using a lot of children. And the children, what is it called? Child labor and stuff.
Well, I feel
we were not happy about that.
I feel like they do that everywhere, though.
They do it everywhere, but it was...
Is India where they have the lithium, where we see the big lithium mines?
Or... Mica, M-I-C-A,
Mica? Yeah.
where they use it in makeup.
Well, Mica is...
Damn, y'all missing a lot. India has so many conspiracies to cover. Hey, you know what?
Awesome. Thank you for letting us know. We're in California, United States. So, you know how our government is. Try to keep us enclosed in here. They don't let us, like, see too much out.
My neighbors are from India, so I'll hit them up and see what conspiracies they have.
Yeah. But thank you. We do have some listeners in India I can see like on the map, and there is some over there. So I'm glad that you're telling me that. So thank you. So we will definitely do that.
Yeah, we did do some conspiracies that were based in El Salvador about the trolls in El Salvador.
Oh no, that wasn't. That was something
we
else.
also did the Sundong Cave.
That's what I was gonna say, but that was in Japan. Or
No. The Sundong Cave was in
Korea.
No, Philippines or Thailand. Okay, or I forget.
But not India.
Vietnam. No.
Was
it Vietnam?
Ooh,
Where's
spooky.
Sundong Cave? Does anybody know where Sundong Cave is? I forget.
Fun! My mom's from the UK. She was born in Scotland. She came here when she was little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, UK, how do you wash your dishes? Do you use washing liquid in a basin and not rinse them and just put them in the little thing?
Okay, here, look. You'll receive chapter Chapikar.
Oh, let's write this down.
Yeah. Chapikar Brothers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Because you know what? After the live stream, I don't know how to...
Alipur bomb... Oh, really? You can't?
I don't know how to see the comments.
So people are just going to think that we're being crazy right now by talking to ourselves?
Now we rinse. Well, your wife is a Polish lady. That's funny. So she rinses and now you rinse. Good.
No, I used to until I married a Polish lady.
Take a screenshot. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah,
You're
we
so
can
smart.
do that. You're so smart. Okay, so...
Sorry. We're all new to this. Do you really have men who say they are women? Yes. Are you kidding? It's everywhere.
Hold on.
Do you not? Is that only here?
Let me see if I can take a screenshot.
And we also... Woo,
I got
thank
a screenshot.
you so much.
I hope that does
Wait.
it.
Oh, no. Go back. Okay. Hello? Are we still here? Yeah, we do have,
Jesus, my God.
No, okay, you'll surely thank me later. Thank you now, just for the ideas and everything. Yeah, no, we definitely have men who, they grow boobs and they, like, get the,
they do
estrogen and they cut things off and make things.
And they try to go in the girls' bathroom.
They do go in, and we have bathrooms here now at stadiums that are unisex, so it'll be a line of urinals and then a line of toilets for, like, girls. And so everybody, like, well, there's doors on the toilets, but there's none on the urinals, obviously.
Yeah, so most of the restrooms are gender neutral. I'm sorry, but are you serious? No, we're serious.
We're dead serious.
Dead serious.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's we're in California too, so we're super liberal here. Like we aren't, but
California in general is very liberal.
So they do gender affirming doctor healthcare and stuff like that. So if I felt like a boy, then they would chop off my tits and give me a dick.
And the thing too is, they can do it without the parents' permission.
Yeah, and they would once you're like 14, 15, and they'll they'll give you like estrogen or testosterone. Or testosterone, but they'll do blockers. Oh my gosh, what is it called when you puberty blockers. So if you're like 13 and you're like, hey, I don't know what I want to be, am I a girl or a boy? They'll give you puberty blockers, so then that way you can decide later. So yeah, that is all very true.
And for the record, I don't care what anybody's sexuality is. It says everybody's homosexual. I don't care.
No, not everybody is homo.
Have sex with anybody you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But just don't like force shit down kids' throats.
Yeah, that's our only problem, especially having kids here and stuff. Yeah. It's just like that's the only problem. I think they're saying that we're like gay or something. Look at the gay lady. You're all homosexuals. Look, everyone, it's...
Oh, well,
no, we're not.
I mean, we don't care if you are. It's okay.
You're fine if you are, but we're not.
Like, love who you want to love.
Just don't fucking show it to, like,
don't shove it down everyone else's throats, you know? But yeah. So, anyways, back to all this.
We're going to have to circle back to, we are doing chapter 2 on the Paris Hilton book.
Okay, so anyways.
That was fun, little banter. So, they were in etiquette classes.
Oh, yes, the etiquette classes. They had to be still, be quiet, be a good girl, and she couldn't do that at all. So, she was like, well, fuck it then. If I can't do this and I'm going to just always be in trouble and I can't like obey, then I guess that I'm just gonna be adorable. And her like little baby voice was adorable with the baby voice, but what she found out later, and I'm gonna read this from her book because it's very interesting, it's like medical and shit. I had to act silly and put on a baby girl voice, which came naturally when I was nervous, because tension in your neck and shoulders actually tightens up your vocal apparatus and makes your voice go high and glottal. So, like, if you're nervous, you'll be like, oh, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she did describe herself as shy, and she had to force herself somewhat to be, she was an introvert.
She said she was extroverted, introvert, overcompensating with performative social butterfly behavior. And I wonder if that's an ADD trait too, because I have that, like, where you know me, and I'm like, all like, hi, la, la, la. But in reality, I'm like, I just want to, like, be by myself, you know? But I don't want to be by myself. But I do, but I don't. But, like, a lot of people think that I'm, like, a huge social butterfly. And in reality, in social settings and stuff, when I'm first there, I'm not. Like, I'm, like, in the corner until I make a friend. And then all of a sudden, like, once I have, like gained my confidence, okay, I got through one person. Okay, now let's go get more friends.
And I am so much like a homebody. Like, I would prefer to be home and be cozy in cozy clothes and just, like, relaxing, eating snacks and just being kind of lazy, honestly, rather than having to be all done up and go out and have to be, like, you know how slow I am moving?
Yeah.
Everything I do, it's like I drive slow. I get out of the car. She's already, like, done shopping. Like, in the store, literally, like, I'm like, hey, I'm right here. She's like, Heather,
why aren't you with me?
Where did you go?
But I have ADD, so I'm just like hopping around everywhere.
So I'm more like I am.
But I think that also comes with age, because I'm to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go to bed now. I'm ready to go home. I don't want to be out anymore. Like, I can't wait to go home tonight. And Brad, my husband, made me. Well, didn't make me. I say make me because he better have made it for the kids. He made the kids spaghetti and meatballs, so I'm going to go home and have spaghetti and meatballs. So I'm like, I just keep thinking of that.
The spaghetti and meatballs?
Yeah, I don't. It's not like my favorite, but whatever. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
It sounds
and
really
I don't
good.
think we have any garlic bread left either, so sad days.
Well, when I go home, I'm going to have leftovers, because last night I made meatloaf and mashed potatoes and salad and everything. And I'm going to have that with steamed broccoli, and it's going to be so yummy.
Yeah, I'd rather have that. So anyway, so Paris like loved the pets and the pet store, and that was just like her thing. She like loved pets. That was her like everything.
Oh, they moved to Bel Air by this point.
Oh yeah, by the way, yes.
Now they live in Bel Air.
Because she was born in New York, right? And then they moved to Bel Air. Aunt Kyle was also always videoing her. Aunt Kyle is her mom's sister, which is like Kyle's a boy's name, so that's interesting. But I guess it's not anymore. I don't know. But anyways, or it wasn't then. So,
but you know, we already talked about this is California, so you could be a boy if you're a girl and a girl if you're a boy. So why can't you have a neutral name?
So weird. Thank you for the eye thing. Everybody else.
Okay. So anyways, so Aunt Kyle was like videotaping her, and she's like, "Are you a movie star, Paris?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm Paula Abdul." And then she was like, then she like ran off because she saw a bunny, and then she came back with the bunny. She's holding it, and she goes, "Are you gorgeous?" And Paris like, "No, he is." Like, just then. So a lot of these stories about her, there's a million stories about her in the book that we're just kind of going like we're not even going over. We're like skipping over because they just kind of show what kind of a person she is, and
like she's taking the focus off of her and putting it on the animal.
Yeah, that she's very like animal oriented, and that she's very like caring and everything, and all these little snippets, that is what makes you who you are. So, you know, that's like ultimately that's who you grow to be, all these snippets in your life in general.
This is chapter 2, so the way that I read this chapter is she's teaching us the characters of each of personality of each character. It is
I guess so, with her aunt and her
she's setting us up for who these people are.
Yeah.
Because then she gets into talking about who her mother is and all of that.
Nicole Richie and all that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is character development.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't take it like that. But yeah.
So, chapter 2, character development.
So, she was an animal lover. Her dad really cultivated that side of her and would take her to the zoo. Like, she went to the San Diego Zoo.
And they got to do, like, the background behind the scenes.
And got to, like, help zoo keeper take care of the zoo animals and stuff in the back because they, like, have $1 billion and they can do whatever they want. And then her grandpa had a ranch, and so she was able to, like, go there and feed the chickens. She even went dirt bike riding with her dad, where, if you know me, I love the desert and riding quads. She refers to her like personal petting zoo because she had let me name them.
She had so many animals.
Ferrets, rabbits, gerbils, cats, dogs, birds, snakes, guinea pigs, chinchillas, a little monkey, and a baby goat. And and her parents just
and she had a monkey.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I know, but she had a
fucking monkey.
Like, who has a pet monkey?
Her parents just totally just embraced that side of her, and her dad was a real big supporter. She doesn't really say if her mom was a huge supporter of all the animal stuff, but that's like, I feel like that's like what her dad contributed to her life and who she is.
I feel like her mom would have rathered her be into and foster the
More
development of all the animals rather than like her trying to like go out and be with boys or like go party. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you want another dog? Yeah. Oh, you gotta stay home and take care of that dog.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got that monkey? You better like, to put all of her energy into the animals."
Yeah, so she also had, the rats she had were named after 90210 stars, and she's like, I know rats are, like, gross, whatever, but I guess that they can be very clean and very loving and whatever, and they can be, like, trained, I don't know. But her mom had a boutique on Sunset Plaza called The Staircase. She had a nanny named Bethany, and Nikki would want to go to the mall and buy clothes and do all this other stuff, and she wanted to go to the pet store after school.
Yeah, so Nikki wanted to go shopping, and she wanted to go to the pet store.
Exactly. And then she goes on to say that her mom was a Gerber baby.
Yeah, and we should mention, you did say Bethany, but it's Bethany Frankel.
I don't know who that is. Is that somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
So Bethany Frankel was
Aunt Kyle's friend.
Famous in her own right.
Okay. So really quick, I just go. Never mind. Yes, she
That's
was.
all I got.
didn't know that.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay. Well, Bethany was her Aunt Kyle's like best friend.
Yeah.
And it was like her mom is Kathy, and then Kim, and then Kyle, and they're all like 5-10 years apart. They weren't like boom, boom, boom. So they weren't like close in age. But Aunt Kim and Annie and Kyle were in Escape to Witch Mountain.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
pretty
loved
cool.
that movie when I was younger. So that's so cool. All three of them worked in the...
You're so funny.
What?
Because we kind of skipped over that her brother was born in 1989.
Oh, I didn't care about him. This is about Paris. Was it important?
His name is Baron
Baron.
Nicholas Hilton.
But we
the
talked about
second.
Baron over here in the first thing. Look, it literally says Baron Hilton fam... Oh, never mind. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Because Baron, he's the second.
Yeah. Because his grandfather was Baron.
So she has a brother. We'll just...
She has another one, too.
Yeah.
She has two.
And then did we talk about the school they went to, the bilingual school, and they learned French and English?
No, I didn't care about that either.
You didn't care about that?
No.
This is Paris's life.
I didn't care about that. She never uses it.
She
That I know of.
She used French in her book. She said something in French. Somewhere.
C'est la vie. Look, I do too. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, sept. Like, I do too.
I know oui oui.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I don't know how to say bye, though.
Arrivederci.
Is that? No, that's Italian.
Oh.
Maybe I'm speaking Italian. Oh, I don't even know what I'm speaking anymore.
What are we speaking?
Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, she was in a boarding... Well, you tell that part because you have the notes for it. No wonder you have so many notes. I just did the parts that I care about.
That was it.
Oh.
You already said everything else. You
Okay.
just skipped that one part. They went to they went to a bilingual school and they learned French and English. You already said the after school ice skating and all that, right?
No. Well, after school for the clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what's interesting though is that her mom did not want her, like any of the kids, to get involved in the movie industry, which is super interesting because her mom was part of the movie industry. And you would think that that would be like a really cool thing to do, like I would. So something must have happened to her mom as a teenager in order to make her feel that way.
Yeah, especially because her mom was in the industry in the 60s and probably there was less child labor laws. There was less like protection for anything that would happen to a child back then.
Yeah,
and if
for
she
sure.
started as a Gerber baby, then she started very young.
Can you believe she was a Gerber baby? Like, I wonder if it was just for the commercials or she was like the Gerber baby.
I don't know if she was I'm sure they had many Gerber babies, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I remember there was the Gerber baby and they had a Gerber baby like scouting thing, like contest a few years ago. Right around the time that Jake was born, and I was going to put Jake into it because he would have been the cutest Gerber.
He would have been so cute.
Yeah.
And then her mother went to Montclair College, a preparatory school in LA, where she was besties with Michael Jackson.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, she was very close friends with Michael Jackson
my
and
gosh.
a lot of other children in the industry.
That's funny.
Her mom and Michael Jackson were like BFFs.
How funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. So, her mom, though, was, so Paris's dream was to be a vet. So she, like, because of her ADD, she just, like, keeps putting things in randomly, I feel like. But I don't know. Anyways, so randomly, she's like,
Character development. It's not random, it's character development.
So, but her parents were really strict, and she wasn't allowed to wear, like, revealing clothes. And her mom really valued modesty and grace. So, like, even now, like, words like sperm whale or humpback whale is, like, she can't, like, she's like, oh, no, that's not.
Yeah.
We don't say that. And it's not her mom doing that. It's Paris being like, oh, no, we don't say that. That's, like,
yeah, the word sperm and the word hump, like, she can't even utter.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that she got a pair of shoes. She wanted the Reebok, Nike pump thingies, whatever.
Not Nike.
I know, Reebok, Nike pump.
No,
I'm doing all these brands.
So
I don't know shoes.
I had these shoes in middle school.
Yeah,
also.
and you pumped them up.
They were if there's any sneakerheads watching from like the 90s, if you were into sneakers, the Reebok pumps, they had like a big fat tongue and a little circle, and you would literally pump it and air would go into it, and it would just kind of squeeze your feet.
You know what they call that now? It's called an air cast. I've had multiple when you break your foot.
And it was supposed to help you play basketball better and sports better.
Yeah.
And if you were like in middle school.
I remember it in elementary school. I remember them having it, but I didn't care about it.
I had a pair. Mine were black, and they had a little red pump thing.
Pump thing, yeah.
And I think it was a basketball on it, I think.
Yeah, or those weren't Jordan. Yeah, I don't know what it was. But anyways, so
They were not Nike. They were not Jordans.
Nike, sorry.
They were Reeboks.
I
Reeboks
just-
were cool in the
okay.
90s. It was like
Well, Reeboks are coming back, aren't they?
I have a
I
pair of
thought-
Reeboks. I have a pair of Reeboks.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of different things.
I like my Reeboks. They're really cute. They're high tops and they're like off-white, and then all the trim is like hunter green, and I fucking love green. And they're so cute.
Okay, so anyways, back to Paris. So she wanted a pair of those Reebok shoes, and she wanted them on them, and they went to the store, and they only had one pair left that were like 2 sizes or 3 sizes too big. And she's like, fuck that, I still want them. I'll just wear a lot of socks, whatever, it'll be fine. And I guess everybody bullied her and was like, called her like Ronald McDonald because of the clown feet. And
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
yeah, well, I guess that
She was only in 5th grade, we should add.
yeah, and whenever you get bullied like once, it's hard to live it down later. And so her grades started to slip, and at the end of the school year, Paris wasn't allowed to go back to that school because they wouldn't let her. Like, it was a private school. Like, you have to be admitted, and you have
No,
to
she didn't get kicked out till 7th grade. This was in 5th grade.
Well, eventually she got kicked out.
But she got kicked out, and it was because what happened in 6th grade with the boys.
Oh yeah, because she went and she would leave to go to McDonald's, and she would roll up her like skirt because she's like, I'm not gonna wear this long ass skirt everywhere. This is stupid.
But the thing is, this was a K through 12th grade. I mean, a K through 12th grade school.
Mhm.
So she was in 6th grade, and she snuck out with the sophomores or juniors,
Yeah.
and they went to like McDonald's or something stupid.
Yeah.
So her parents are probably like, what the hell? Like, you're sneaking out with the high school boys.
Yeah, with like boys that are like 5 years older than you. You're like 11 and they're 16. What are you doing?
Yeah, but she claimed she didn't do anything inappropriate other than just sneaking out.
Yeah.
And she just liked the attention from the older boys. And she said that the boys at the school, they had the Edward Furlong hair from Terminator 2.
Mhm.
So it was like the short, like kind of long, well, not short, but like long, straight hair.
Mhm.
And she liked that, which I thought was funny because later she says that she actually
She got to
dated.
date him when she was 18,
dated
yeah.
Edward Furlong. And if you were like, I had a crush on Edward Furlong. I had a picture of him up on my wall
No, I think I was too young.
from
But-
Terminator.
Yeah, no, I was too young.
He had like rode the motorcycle and shit. He was like cool. He was like the cool kid, like saving
I
the
believe
world
it.
from the apocalyptical fucking Skynet.
I barely
like-
remember the movie Terminator. I know I saw it like a bunch of times when I was younger, but I barely remember.
I love the Terminator because it's like kind of sci-fi, and I love
Yeah,
sci-fi.
I think I'm too
Anything sci-fi.
scared to watch it now because it's becoming reality.
Oh yeah, it's definitely reality.
Definitely becoming reality.
But the connection she had with Eddie, she called him Eddie in the book, was that they were both animal rights activists. And later, after they broke up, because they dated when she was 18, she heard a story of him like freeing lobsters from
and
the
he got
store.
like arrested, and he freed the lobsters.
And she was like,
she's
yes!
"Why didn't we do this when we were together? This would have been so much fun." So she was sad that she had to leave that school, but not because of any reason other than she'd be leaving her BFF, which was Nicole Richie.
And we all know who Nicole Richie is. She is her bestie from The Simple Life.
And they've known each other since they were 2.
Yeah.
She was then sent to a Catholic school, and the nuns were mean, and since Paris couldn't sit still, it was like that wasn't going good for her. And her dad, and I hate this because my dad always said the same thing. You're smart. All you need to do is just apply yourself.
Yeah.
Have self-discipline. You can do it. And it's like, fuck you. I'm trying. Like, oh my gosh, homework is so hard. It was so hard for me. Like, I could not. It would take me hours to like sit there and do it. Like, impossible, you know? And I get so frustrated. But I hate that. Oh, you're smart. Apply yourself. Well, bitch, I am applying myself. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, this is me applying myself, okay? Maybe I'm not as smart as you think I am. And that's what these kids really think whenever you say, you're smart, apply yourself. It's like, well, maybe you think I'm smarter than I am because I'm not then. Because I am applying myself. I'm doing the best that I can. It's very frustrating.
Well, the other thing too is each individual learns differently and
Completely. And back then it was very
like one
if you
way of
didn't fit
teaching.
in this box, you don't get it. And I really noticed it with my kids. They're learning Common Core math and they're learning number bonds.
Okay.
Where there's like a circle, like a 10, and it takes a 5 and a 5. And
To
then
create the 10.
circle to create the 10, you know, or you could have a circle and then like a 2 and a 2 and a 2 and a 2, whatever. And there's all these circles. And
there's like multiple ways to get to 10.
Yeah, and then they'll have like the bar and they'll have this. And just between my two, well, I have 3 kids, but my 2 kids that are learning number bonds right now at different levels, but they're each of them, like one likes to do the bar and the other one likes to do the number bond. So it's like even within the same family, they're learning differently. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting, and I'm glad. I am glad that they're teaching different ways because like I'm super fucking visual, and in the class, and like the way that it was when I was growing up, there was some visual stuff, but a lot of it is like they're reading a book. I can't listen to a book. Like when someone else is reading it aloud, like I can't listen to that shit and like process it, you know?
You want to read it yourself.
I have to read it myself and reread the same line 85 times because there's a flicker outside and now I forgot where I was and I have to go back and then I have to go back again and again and again and it took me like 30 minutes to read a page.
Just very
doing great.
Somebody said, you got this.
So there's ADD. So that is ADD in a snippet. And yeah. So there you go.
But
what
Paris
I thought
did start cheerleading.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought that was very interesting that she was a cheerleader. I don't know why. I think that's so interesting, but I just feel like.
Well, I think that was great for her because she can
got
get
to
all
get
of
it
it
all
out, all
yeah.
of her.
I wish that I could have done something
nervousness.
like that, anything, but I wasn't allowed to do anything after school.
So you're basically like in timeout at your house.
It was horrible. I remember going on the roof of my house to do homework. I was home alone all the time. I literally would go on the roof.
That's cool.
I was like 10 on the roof, like sitting there trying to do homework because the birds and shit aren't gonna fucking distract me and the clouds going by and shit. Back then there was no chemtrails though.
Oh, I'm sure there was. You just didn't know what they were yet. And then I also thought it was pretty interesting that her sister Nikki is actually the one that coined the famous Paris Hilton term. That's hot.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then she went to school and then it just blew up and everybody started to say it and all that. And I'm sure that she tried to trademark that shit as quickly as possible.
So she has been saying that's hot since high school.
Yeah. And she was like, she went into like the whole like meaning behind it. Like, it works in so many different ways. Like anything. If you go up to anybody and say, oh, that's hot, they'll just smile. And it's like, you know. She's like, it's just so perfect. It's the perfect word. Just like when she was like, fuck. Fuck is the perfect word. Why would you not say fuck all the time? Just fuck.
You can use it in so many different ways, too.
Yeah.
It could be happy. It could be sad. It could be mad. It could be shocked. It could be... It's just a universal word.
Enthusiastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, okay, then they go into when Paris's mom and her aunts were in Paris's room, giggling and laughing, reading something, and Paris figured out that they were reading her diary.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So fucked up. I'd be mortified and I'd never be able to like forgive my family ever again. And that is why I don't keep a diary. That is solely the purpose.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know, I had a journal when I was little and I had diaries when I was little. I mean little, like 8, 9, 10. Past that age, I never really. I don't like writing, so the idea of me writing
I loved writing, but I didn't want anybody to see my inner. Like if I did, like do some sort of writing thing,
write it and burn it.
You know, and well, not only that, but I would I would leave out like everything. So I'm like, well, this isn't working. Like, what's the point of this if I'm leaving out all the good stuff?
Like, I went to school. I came home.
You're censoring yourself.
Yeah, I was. I didn't want my mom to come across it.
You're
my God.
censoring your thoughts and emotions.
In my diary, in my personal
you're
diary.
really like, you're saying what you want to say, but then when you read it over, you can remember what you were thinking in that moment, but you didn't say it.
I don't know, but yeah.
That's why they say it's very therapeutic to like write something down and then literally crumple it up, burn it, let it go, and then you still get it out. I mean, I've never even done this, but I've heard people.
I've heard
do
it
that.
too, and I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't think that's right.
Has anybody done that before?
Anyways, so they thought it was cute. They weren't like it. It would be like Thank you. It won't be like so they thought it was cute. It would be like if we found like something of Max's, and you know Max gets so embarrassed. My 8-year-old gets super embarrassed if I'm like, oh my God, it's so cute. Like look at his paper, look what he wrote, and it's all like written all wrong, and it's like when he was 6, he wrote I am sex because he was sounding it out, and he was supposed to write 5 things about himself.
I'm 6.
I am sex. So it says, and it was on the board and everything. And when we brought it home, I was showing like Nana and stuff, and he was just like mortified, like ran into, like he didn't even know what it was or anything, but just because he did it wrong. And so,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah,
so,
he doesn't want it to be wrong.
It's hilarious, and that's how they were thinking of it. But you don't do that to like a 13-year-old or a 12, 10, you know. Once you hit 10, like, don't fuck with them like that.
She had to have already been in high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, once you're like a prepubescent girl, don't fuck with our emotions. Like, oh my God, that is not okay.
Mm-mm.
No, especially that time before you have a sense of humor about it. You don't grow your sense of humor until you're like early 20s, maybe mid 20s.
I don't think anyone...
Into 30s, possibly 40s. How's it going? Do you have a sense of humor about that yet?
No, that's what I was going to say. I don't think anyone would want anyone to read their private thoughts because that's like a violation of your privacy.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that, no matter the age.
Yeah.
So that was wrong.
So in 1994, Paris and Nicole's family went to Vegas for New Year's Eve. And they like bagged and was like, dude, we're like both like 13 or what age? Do you have an age?
No, they were teenagers and they were
like
in
early
high
teenager.
school.
And she
I
was
think
like,
they were probably like 15 by that time.
We're old enough to babysit ourselves. Like, we deserve our own room. We don't need to be like babysat. We're fine. And so she was like, okay, cool. Well, then we're gonna okay, you can have your own room, but you have to be in bed by like midnight for after what was it, Rockin' Eve, whatever what's the guy's name?
I didn't write it down. I saw my
Anyways.
notes at that point. But it was basically just whoever was hosting.
Whatever, but he did it every year forever until he died. Whatever. Okay, so whoever was hosting the midnight after the midnight show.
Porsche. I don't know.
Name a car for an edit. What
I
the
just
fuck?
said Porsche.
Maserati. Okay.
First thing that came to my mind.
So, I don't even know where I
They're
was.
trying to trip us up. So they were about 13. No,
Yeah,
they were about
so-
15, 16.
Well, okay, and it was 9 p.m. They were like, fuck this, we're out. Snuck out with some boys from their school that were in Vegas, like totally randomly, that were there with their parents too. They didn't do anything bad. They kind of made out, whatever. But then they left the boys, and they were walking down the strip, and they tried to get a cab, and instead they got some police, and the police were like, how old are you?
No, they straight up walked up to the cop and said, hey, do you know how we can get a cab? And they're like, the cop was like, wait, how old are you? And they're like, 21.
And the cop was like, no.
And then they're like, 18?
18? No.
No, try again.
And then finally Nicole, and she was like, oh, I lost my ID, and made up a name, blah, blah, blah. And Nicole was like, this is Paris Hilton. I'm Nicole Richie. We're staying with her parents at the Hilton. Here's her mom's phone number. And Dad came and was fucking pissed. And they were grounded from each other. Okay, and
which is like the worst punishment. Can you imagine if we were grounded from each other? Like if we were little?
No. Listen to this.
I'd be like,
so
what?
me and my friend went to Vegas together when we were 12.
You got grounded from each other.
We ended up for something else.
but we ended up sneaking out of our room and did the
that's
same
the same thing.
Same thing, but we were 12 when we met some boys because there was a basketball convention thing or whatever, like the state champion. They were like 15. We were like 12, 13. And my parents still never know that we even left the room. And we went down. We even went to the strip. We did all this stuff. And we met the boys, and they were staying at our hotel. And we went to their hotel room. We didn't do anything bad. But it was super fun. And then another time, shout out to Ashley. It was my friend Ashley. And we actually got grounded from each other on multiple occasions throughout our friendship. Because just like Paris and Nicole's family thought that we were bad influences on each other. Like together, we get these ideas. Like my parents were like, oh, she's a perfect little child. It's you, Ashley. And then Ashley's like, dude, fuck off. It's you too.
And her parents are probably like, oh, it's the other one.
Yeah, exactly. And Ashley's like, this was your idea, bitch. Like,
don't throw me under the bus.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, it wasn't me. My mom already thinks I'm an angel. So, yeah. But what they found out was, so Paris and Nicole found out that they could, if they stood on each other's, like, balcony, that they could yell to each other and they could hear each other because their parents took away their phones.
They
like
were
everything.
across the golf course.
The golf course. And they were able to yell at each other and hear each other. And she's all, love will find a way. There's no keeping us apart. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I was thinking about it when I was reading this. I'm like, dude, we had a field, a school, an elementary school, and a park between us. Like, to get to her house, it was like a diagonal straight shot. But no way that we could yell at each other.
Yeah.
There's just no way. Too far. But,
buildings in the way.
Yeah. So she just goes on to be like, Nicole and her they were ride or die since 2 years old. They had so much fun, like Lucy and Ethel with like their shenanigans. And that's what made the magic of The Simple Life and The Simple Life like amazing.
I want to rewatch that.
I know, we
so
should.
Funny.
And so, well, they're redoing it. They redid it. Yeah, they've already shot it. We're just waiting for it to come out.
How exciting.
It's just Paris was working at Sonic.
That's hilarious.
In like blue heels and shit. You saw pictures of it, I'm sure.
I did, and Nicole was dressed up like a hot
dog.
dog.
Like the Sonic mascot. Oh my God, yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, and then she goes on to be like, their favorite pastimes are like prank calling that she learned from her mom, who was like the master at prank calling because yeah, like she was just if you
but
heard
her
the
mom
stories,
was really good at all the different voices.
yeah, she had a million different voices, and she would have people like, I don't know, the pizza, like she would order like 100 Hawaiian pizzas or pretend like she was a pizza guy delivering, like, hey, we can't find your address, but we have your 100 Hawaiian pizzas ready to go, and we need payment.
No, but you know what is so sad? That Paris and Nicole, they used to call the boys at school. And the ones that were like in sports.
Oh yeah.
And they would be like, we're
the
scout.
Yeah, we're recruiting you and da 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 da.
So they would think that they're like gonna be recruited, and it was just them fucked.
Are we live again? Oh my God. So we're so sorry.
We're so sorry because the phone died. We just wanted to say bye. And thank you for watching. And we will go live again next Wednesday around this time if you want to watch.
And thank you for participating and talking to us. And it was super fun. Come and hang out with us again next week. And we'll have our phones charged. Bye.
Bye. We're getting hearts. I don't know how to end the live. How do I end it? Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.